Hi, good day. Welcome to video 9, and today we're going to be doing a second example on solving simultaneous equations using the XX method. Alright, now as promised, for each method I'm going to try my best to do 2 separate examples on each method of solving the simultaneous equation. Alright, so let's get started. Alright, so today we have 2 more equations, a pair of simultaneous equations. So in my last video, I had divided my board into 2 pieces. And what we would do, we would write equation 1 in one column, and we will write the second equation into the second column. So let's get started. I'm going to write back the same exact equation over here. 4x plus 2y minus 8 is equal to 0. And what we're going to do, since the name of the method is the XX method, we're going to make x the subject. Which means, once again, we're going to put x on one side and, well, everyone else on the other side. So in this case here, it's a little different from the last example. We have a 0 on this side and we have 2 items, well, 3 things to throw across on the other side. Remember, we want to make x the subject. We want to get rid of the 4, we want to get rid of the positive 2y and the minus 8. The 4 is next to you, so the 4 comes like your friend. The friend is positive and a secret multiplier. Which means the 2 items separated from the x are not your friends, and we're going to throw them across first. So it will look something like this. We throw across the minus 8, we're going to get the positive 8. Throw across the positive 2y, the minus, and we will get minus 2y. And notice the 0 has disappeared because we can write plus 0 if we want, but it won't make a difference in the question, and it will make the question look unnecessarily difficult. So for the time being, well, for all my questions, I'm going to leave out the 0. So there's no chance of combining these two because this has a y and this doesn't have a y. What do we have in between here and here? We have a secret multiply. Throw across the multiply, we're going to get a divide. Put one big divide sign and we're going to divide the whole thing by positive 4. So that's our first equation where we made x the subject. Let's go to the second equation and we're going to make x the subject also. So I'm going to write back the second equation here. Minus 2x plus 5y equals to minus 16. We're going to make x the subject, which means the positive 5y, we're going to throw it across first. So throw across positive 5y, we're going to get minus 5y. So we have minus 2x is equal to minus 16 plus 5 becomes minus 5y. Now, the minus 2 is touching the x, so there's a secret multiply. When you throw across the multiply, you're going to get a divide, but the sign will not change. So the negative 2 remains negative 2. So, in both equations, we have made x the subject. I'm going to box off one side, and I'm going to circle one side. Notice, I've left the x's out in both cases. What we're going to do, we're going to take the box and the circle and put them equal to each other. So, I'm going to put this over here. We have positive 8 minus 2y divided by positive 4, and we're going to put it equal to the items in the circle. Minus 16 minus 5y divided by minus 2. So in other words, the answer we got for x on this side, we put it equal to the answer we got for x on this side. That is why we call it the XX method. The 2 answers for x, we put them equal to each other. So, now we only have one type of letter, the letter y. To solve for y, we're going to cross multiply. So, we're going to take the top from on this side and multiply by the underneath on the other side. So, the positive 8 minus 2y, we're going to multiply the whole thing by minus 2. And to symbolize that we're multiplying the whole thing by minus 2, we put this item in brackets and we put the minus 2 here. multiply the other diagonal. You have minus 16 minus 5y. Put the whole thing in brackets, and we're going to multiply it by positive 4. Right. Don't forget your brackets when you cross multiply. Because if you don't put the brackets, it will be interpreted as only the first item will get multiplied by the item here. You want to multiply the whole, well, both items by the positive 4. So now we end up with a situation where between here and here there's a multiply, between here and here there's a multiply. And wherever there's a multiply or divide, we can use the N, the L, and the S. We'll multiply the numbers, then the letters, then the signs. 2 by 8 is 16. 2 multiplied by 2 is 4. Don't forget to put back the letter involved. A negative and a positive is a negative. 2 negatives make a positive. Don't forget to put your equal sign in the middle. It's very important. A lot of students under pressure in the exam in their haste, they will forget the equal sign. It's very important that you remember to put the equal sign. Use the NLS here also. Well, 16 by 4. I wish I'd used an easier number. I believe you'll get 64. And 4 by 5 is 20. What letter do we have to put here? Y, because there's a Y involved. Positive and a negative is a negative, and a positive multiplied by a negative is another negative. Right? So, here's a normal equation with y's. We're going to try to get all the y's on one side and everyone else on the other side. Minus 16, we're going to have to throw it across. Minus 20y, we're going to have to throw it across. So we're going to make like a little switch here. The negative 20y will become positive 20y, and the minus 16 will become positive 16. Right? These two items did not move. We have no plans on moving them, so I wrote them back. Minus 20y becomes positive 20y. Minus 16 becomes positive 16. Okay, so let's add up here. 20y plus 4y is 24y. Now, these here, signs are different, so we minus. We're going to get 48, and we have to put back the sign of the bigger number. So now we just have to solve for y. Now the 24 is a secret multiply, and he's positive. Throw across the multiply. We're going to get a divide. But the 24, the sign will not change. If he's positive, he will remain positive. 99% finish once more. We're dividing, so we can use the N, the L, and the S. 48 divided by 24 is 2. A negative divided by a positive is a negative. We have just solved for y. So now I know the answer for y. Y is minus 2. We just have to solve for x now, and then we'll be finished. In the last question, in the other video, we are allowed to run back to the circle, or we are allowed to run back to the square. In my last video, I showed you it doesn't matter which one you run back to. You're going to get the same answer for x. I'm going to use, let's choose the square. It's closer to me anyway, so I'll use this one. X is equal to this. So we just need to work out the thing in the square, and then we will get the value of x. Y is, I'm going to erase y, and I'm going to put minus 2 in its place. But make sure and put it in brackets. So, let's work it out. You have positive 8. 2 multiplied by 2 is 4. When you multiply 2 negatives, you get a positive. I guess we can do this one in our head. It's pretty easy. 8 plus 4 is 12 divided by 4. Well, you put back the sign of the bigger number, and well, this is positive 4. When you divide two positives, you get a positive. 12 divided by 4 is 3. X is equal to 3. We're completely finished with the question. Right. So, honestly, the numbers in this one were a little bit easier than the last video. And well, that's it for the XX method. I did 2 videos on the XX method. Of course, if you had watched this video first, you might want to what you want before this. So you see two different questions, and well, one of them had a lot of decimals, the last one had a lot of decimals in it. Alright, so once again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to check the website below, and well, don't forget to subscribe and leave comments. Have a good day.